How should we live? As a believer, we should live continually ready for Christ's return. Think of it like a hurricane. I live in Key West, and hurricanes are a reality for South Florida. When we see that a hurricane is coming, we prepare. We don't wait to see when exactly that storm is going to get here, what specific path it's going to take, or how strong it's going to be, because any prediction is just that, a prediction. That storm could get here a day or so earlier than they predict, and if we wait until the last minute, soon we may run out of time to prepare. So too must the believer be ready. We need to prepare now for Jesus' return. We do that by practicing an active readiness, by living in such a way that we honor Christ, by reading the scriptures, by praying daily, by telling other people about Jesus Christ, by living in a way that honors Him, denying ourselves, taking up our crosses, and following Him. Because just like as the example Jesus gives, a master may return in the night, and we don't know the exact timing that's going to be. He needs to find his servants ready. If he finds those servants asleep, they will miss the blessing and may even get punished. We dare not miss this blessing. We must be ready. This is what Jesus teaches in Luke 12:35 through 48. And I address this with a series of questions going through the text. So, how should we live? The first question we ask in relation to that is, what must we do? In Luke 12:35 through 40, Jesus is giving the example. The disciples must be dressed in readiness and keep their lamps lit. Those are two examples. The first, be dressed in readiness, calls back to the Exodus. It is literally, let your loins be girded. That means they would wear these long flowing tunics. You would have to tie up that tunic so it didn't catch on anything, so you were more mobile. In Exodus, God tells the Israelites to be ready on the night of the Passover, to have those loins girded, to have the sandals on your feet, to have your staff in your hand, to have everything you need, because you must leave quickly. That is what Jesus is talking about. We don't know when Jesus comes back. We must be ready for when he comes back. And second, to have our lamps lit. He then goes on to describe the servants waiting for their master coming back from a wedding feast. And you would keep those lamps lit so that the master had light to return home to. They should stay up and wait for the master. A faithful servant does that. And then he says, if the master returns in the second or even the third watch, the second watch is from 9 to midnight. That's pretty late. But the third watch is from midnight to 3 in the morning. That is very late, but the master may delay and we must be ready. The parallel is that Jesus may delay. It's been a little bit. The Son of Man is delaying, but we must not grow complacent. We must stay ready. And then to answer Jesus' statements, Peter asks him a question. Are you talking to everyone or just your disciples? And then Jesus answers Peter's question with a question. Who is the faithful steward? Now, the faithful steward is the man that Jesus mentions previously. The one who is faithful stays up and ready for his master to come. This will be the person who is put in charge of the storehouses, who is given blessings, the steward, the servant who is at the ready. When his master returns, he is the faithful steward who will be blessed. And then the final portion of the text, Jesus then describes the steward who is unfaithful. Because there will be blessings waiting for those who remain faithful in the waiting, but there will be punishment for those who don't. Jesus even talks about if a steward becomes complacent and starts mistreating the others, acting as if he is the master, as if he is in charge, he doesn't care about the master coming back, he acts wickedly, he will be judged. And Jesus uses some harsh language here, pointing to the reality of hell. It is a real place, and anybody who rejects Jesus Christ is going to hell. So we must be ready. What an encouragement that we need to tell everybody about Jesus, give them that opportunity to repent, to turn to Him, to be saved because of the alternative, and that we can continue to honor Him and be good stewards and be ready because Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody goes to the Father but through Him, so we must be ready and share the gospel. You're invited to a Fifth Street group every Sunday morning at 9:45 a.m. We have classes of all ages, and to our Sunday morning 11 a.m. worship services, and to our Wednesday night 6 p.m. services. May the Lord bless you, may He keep you, and make His face shine upon you.